Morning. Morning. Friday, July 14th, 2023. I'm Larissa. This is my video diary. Oh. So, start off with the news today. Stuff that's been in my news feed. So I see they're telling me that there's now an over-the-counter daily pill, progesterone pill, that you can take for birth control. Oh, whoop-de-whoop! Makes me so angry. You want to know why? Because it does not promote safe sex, number one. Number two, it is just another product targeted at women. So it's saying women are the ones who are responsible for not getting pregnant. Number three, it's like, okay, so now men can rape you all they want. And if you aren't taking this, it's your fault. Right? Right? And the other thing, taking hormones, it's a progesterone pill. Taking hormones fucks with you. Right? It does. Do you really think taking progesterone every day, some 12-year-old can now go in there and say, oh, I want to take progesterone every day. You can go now buy hormone and just buy hormone over the counter. Right? And what's going to stop boys from going in and buying it and taking it? It just blows my mind. The FDA has approved this. No way in hell. No way in hell. Oh my God. Oh my God. I saw that. I'm like, oh. I wonder what Texas is going to say about it. I wonder what Florida will say about it. Hormones are no small thing. They need to be prescribed by a doctor. Yeah. I've taken the Plan B. When I was sexually assaulted, I've taken it. And it messes with you. It is no small thing, right? Now, granted, Plan B is a different set of hormones, right? And I'm glad I did it because I wouldn't want that pig spawn inside of me, right? But still, it is a serious drug. Hormones do crazy ass things. They fuck with you. Yeah. So now you can buy them over the counter. Just go get some progesterone pills. Okay. Go some progesterone pills. Oh, how's that? Some weird little thing on me. I don't know what that is. Came off. Anyway, yeah, so there's that. And then for some reason, Google thinks that I need to know about the SAG-AFTRA strike. I don't fucking care. I don't watch any current stuff. Like, if Omar and I watch TV, we watch an X-File. We watch Seinfeld. Like, we watch reruns. I don't watch any of the new shit. You know why? Because I think they all suck. Right? I don't care what they're striking about. The entertainment industry is so fucking shady, and everybody who actors and everything, y'all participate in it. Y'all participate in it. Y'all participate in it. And SAG-AFTRA, like, you can't even join, right? Like, there's, when I was registered with SF Casting, which they're slime balls. And there was another one, American Eagle Casting, up in the North Bay, and there was another one up there. Anyway, they're all slime balls, and you have to have so many hours on certain types of sets. right? Before they'll even consider you for the union, right? So there's a shit ton of actors and stuff that are not represented by SAG-AFTRA, or there's another one. There's another union as well. Anyway, the union's a fucking scam. Just like CalPERS is a fucking scam, you know? When you work for the city, you have to you're not they for when you work for any government in California, you have to be of a certain status of employee before you can approach the union. And if you work for a government, you have to pay into the union, and they won't represent you. Like, they wouldn't represent me because I was provisional, right? I couldn't approach the union. I had to wait for a union member to approach the union on my behalf. But I still had to pay the goddamn dues out of my paycheck. They were taken straight out of my paycheck. And like, SAG-AFTRA they're a fucking joke. They're a fucking joke. And I don't care what you're striking for, because your product is garbage. Your whole industry is garbage. And so Google, I don't really care. Don't put their shit in my newsfeed. I don't care. I don't feel bad for any of them. Boo fucking who. Your whole industry is a narcissistic sham of garbage, and y'all fuck with each other's minds, and you're all disgusting. You're all disgusting. That's how I feel. So please, I don't care. It's not news. SAG-AFTRA shit is not news. I don't fucking care. Yeah, what else? I get all this news about, oh, so-and-so published this, so-and-so published that. I don't care about that either. Nobody's picking up my shit, right? I got a ton of really good books. Nobody's picking those up. I don't care if Game of Thrones author hasn't written a book in 10 years. Good. That's garbage too. Who cares? Who cares? Not me. Not news. Good. I'm glad he's not publishing anything else. Game of Thrones is trash. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. You know what's interesting to me is that, like, what happened to the news about France? What happened in France? Are they cleaning up now? Have there been? All I saw something about Marine Le Pen saying something. Oh, what have you done with France? You know, going after and attacking Macron. And I'm not saying, I don't know enough about what he does and doesn't do on a daily basis for his country to say, like, she has no footing to say anything about it. I do know enough about world history, European history, French history, to know that he didn't create that problem, right? He hasn't been there long enough. He didn't create that problem. Has he done things to that have has he done things out of either that are either active or out of neglect that have exacerbated the issues? I cannot speak to that. I cannot speak to that. Possibly, probably. I mean, you know, you can't be in any position of leadership or power and not affect things in any way, right? But for her to say, "Oh, what have you done with France? It's all your fault. Blame, 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 blame." That's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. It means that she doesn't know her own French history. That problem, that problem's been cooking for a long time. And so it's just really interesting to me that world news sources, I haven't seen any stories about, like, so what's going on in the streets now? Are they still rioting? Is there just a lot of mess? Is the looting still going on? Have there been arrests? What are people that live there saying? I haven't seen interviews with French people. So that's just interesting to me. That's just interesting to me. More about this guy and the other arrests that was made, because they had one guy in custody and they were looking for a third. Like, the whole story was weird and fishy. A delivery truck driver with two other people in the delivery truck get shot. Like, this sounds fishy to me. A 17-year-old delivery truck driver The whole thing sounds fishy. The whole thing sounds fishy. Maybe they were fish delivermen. I don't know. Poisson. Mm, yeah. Oh my god. I'm gonna lay down. Yeah. So craziness. Yeah. So yesterday, oh, in the afternoon, I wasn't open to the public. I'm not open to the public on Thursdays. I'm by appointment. I had a couple appointments, whatever. And then I went out for a little walk around the town, and there's a guy who down there who brews beer. I don't particularly like beer, but I like the guy, the older gentleman that owns the establishment, and he has a couple soft drinks. So sometimes I go in there in the afternoon, and he has ginger ale, and he has Italian sodas, and he has root beer, and I had a root beer. So this guy comes in. Hey, Brody. Just kind of like Brody's trotting in here right now. So this guy comes in, sits down next to me. He's like, "What are you drinking?" I said, "Root beer." He's like, "Why? You an alcoholic?" I said, "No." I said, "It's the middle of the day. So I got some work I need to do. Buddy, if you want to come up here, you need to come around here and get on your step. Thank you. Come on. You come up. Come on. Oh, what a good boy. You want to come give me kisses? Come on. Give me kisses. Give me kisses. Hi, buddy. Hi. How are you? Hey, snuggly boy. Mwah. Oh. Yeah, so he sits next to me. "Ah, you an alcoholic? I got the middle of the day. I got work to do." I said, "It's really hot out." And I said, "Root beer's refreshing. I like it." I said, "Don't you have a job?" You know? And he was like, "Oh." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, what?" He's like, "What do you do for work?" Or no, he says, "What are you working on?" I said, "Well," no, he's asked me, he says, what do you do for work?" I said, "I'm a conceptual artist." He goes, "What, a sexual artist?" And I'm just like, "Who the hell are you?" I'm like, "No, that's a prostitute." That's another thing in my head. I'm like, do not confuse me with your whore of a wife or your daughter. Nobody. Like, who the fuck says that kind of shit? So, he's like, "What are you working on?" And I said, "Well, I got this book I'm editing. I got like 8 more pages to edit, and I'd like to finish it today. Finish the editing today." And he's like, "Oh." I'm like, "Oh my god." Then he's like, "Where's your father?" I'm like, "Who the fuck are you? What does it matter where my father is? It's far away from here." Oh, it's just like, what is your deal, dude? What is your deal? People say the weirdest, rudest shit to me. Weirdest, rudest shit. I need to start getting ruder back, right? I do. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yep. He's like, "Do you visit him?" I'm like, "No." Yeah, he doesn't visit me either. He doesn't seem to fucking care. Jeez. I'm like, "I don't go on vacation either." I didn't say anything, but it's like, I don't go on vacation. I don't go anywhere. I work. I go to work, and I'm at home, and that's like it. And like, they go on fucking vacations. They don't come visit me either. It's quite all right. People just like think that they're entitled, like, to say shit. I'm like, you don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know my life. You don't know me at all. Mr. Engineer in the middle of the afternoon having beer. Go back to fucking work, you old drunk. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. My eyelashes done yesterday, and this eye has been like itching ever since. I don't know why, but it almost hurts. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I went to the public today. I went to public, and I have black bean soup in the refrigerator there. I didn't make it yesterday. I made it the day before. So if I don't eat it today for lunch, I got to pitch it. Black bean soup for lunch today. We had salad last night for dinner. I shared my salad with Brody. He likes cucumbers, and he likes lettuce. He does. He likes them both. Oh, of course, he gets his crunchies, and he gets his whatever, his mystery meat, dog food, wet food. He gets those. I'm not a weirdo vegetarian that tries to make animals be vegetarian that naturally aren't. But he does like vegetables. He likes them. He mooches for them. He mooches when I'm cutting up the lettuce. He waits around. He wants the stump. I toss it to him like a ball, and he grabs it. And he goes into the living room and he curls up in a ball and he eats it. He eats the lettuce stump. He likes the crunchy crunch. And he loves cucumbers. He knows the word cucumber. I said, Brody, do you want a cucumber? And he came running. He's like, yes, I do. He loves cucumbers. I do too. Oh. He begs for avocado, but he can't have them. Yeah. Ooh, I just rubbed my eye. I think I may have had an actual eyelash in the eye because I just felt it come out. And there's like some relief now. That's nice. That's what it was. I had a lash in my eye. Oh, yeah. Totally better. Yeah, anyway. So I finished editing that book, like physically marking up the pages yesterday, and I started the edit in the file. So I got through the first chapter, or halfway through. Or was it halfway through the first chapter or halfway through the second chapter? I don't know. Actually, physically making the edits now in the file. So I don't know if I'm going to continue working on that today or if I'm going to start mixing paint. It's really, really hot. So if I mix paint, I have to paint. So I don't know. Maybe I will wait on mixing paint until tomorrow when Omar can join me, because with the heat, once I start mixing that paint, I need to paint. And that's harder to do when I'm there by myself and I'm open, right? Because people come in. I need to pay attention to them. So I don't know. We'll see how I feel. We'll see how I feel when I get there. We'll see how I feel when I get there. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hopefully street theater is kept to a minimum today. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I think so. It'd be nice if the street theater were kept to a minimum. Anyway. What else in the news? Oh, stuff. The cocaine at the White House has no DNA. Okay, so whoever packaged it wore gloves. It's probably like cooked up in a secret lab, and everybody's wearing clean suits, like in the clean rooms in chip manufacturers, right? Those clean suits look like biohazard suits. Hunter's like, damn, I was looking forward to that stash. It's Hunter's secret drop off, right? For his dealer. Yeah, just come to my house. Just come to my house. He's got a fancy dealer that comes to his house. Leave it behind the bust of FDR. There's a little vase. There's a shell. There's a shell in the yard. Pick it up. I'll have the money under the shell. You can leave the weed, or leave the weed. Leave the coke underneath the shell. They found Hunter's stash. No DNA on it. Nobody touched it yet. Hunter's like, damn. That was an expensive batch. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've never done coke and I don't want to. I don't need it. Right? Right? I mean, traditionally, coca plant, the leaves are chewed, right? Right? Indigenous people, Colombia, in the mountains, would chew the coca leaf and would help them tolerate the elevation for when they went hunting. That's what the traditional use of the coca leaf is. And they put it in Coca-Cola. Was watching a clip of old commercials from like the 40s. And there's a Coca-Cola commercial. There's this little girl, and she's her mom leaves her outside of the store. She said, "Now sit right here. There's a bench next to a Coca-Cola like ice chest, right?" And she says, now sit right here and don't go anywhere. It's like, oh, really? Your mom's going to leave you on this bench while she goes inside and goes shopping, little girl? What mother would do that these days, right? And then the grocer comes out in his little grocer suit and his little cap, and she's like digging around in the ice chest looking at the Coca-Cola. She sits down all embarrassed, like, oh, I wasn't supposed to be touching anything. And he's like, would you like a Coca-Cola, little girl? She's like, yes. I'm like, giving cocaine to kids. Because cocaine was still in it then. When did they take the cocaine out? Whatever. Yeah. Coca-Cola. That's why it's called Coke. Cocaine. Yeah. It was sold as cough syrup at the soda fountain. It was a syrup. And it got mixed with sodas, and then they put it in bottles. Yeah. Cocaine. It's like heroin. Heroin was developed by Bayer. Also as a cough remedy. All these people had coughs because they were smoking cigarettes like crazy. Filterless Pall Malls and filterless Camels. Camels. More doctors smoke Camels than any other brand. And that was one of their slogans. Had a little interview with old commercial, old interview with a doctor. What cigarette do you recommend, doctor? Shows got doctor at his desk. Camels for that smooth blend. It is a smooth blend, isn't it? When I smoked, Camels were my thing. And Pepper smoked Camels. Yeah. Anyway. 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 I don't know, next time one of these old farts says one of these weird ass shit to me, I'll be like, I'm 44 years old. I'm married for 23 years. I own my own business. What is your problem? Right? I'm not your honey. I'm not your dear. No. No. I'm not one of the cheap tramps walking around with plastic surgery and fake tits, you know? That's not me. No, sir. No, sir, it's not. Yeah. Anyway. I hope he gets up here with my cup of tea soon. I'm having my neck. And it's after that adjustment, you know, like, it's just the pain has migrated to a different spot now, right? It's moved over a little bit. So I hope it gets up here with my tea soon, so I can get up and get dressed. Oh God, this eye's still kind of itchy and dry. It just feels irritated now. But like it hurt. Like I think the lash was like in my eye on top, came out, but now it just kind of itchy down around the lash line. Anyway.